Okay, so like this is my first show. All right, I'm here with my girl. This is Tish, Weekly Dose of Tish podcast. I welcome you. I'm here to just ready to party, right, girl?
All right, we can party.
But either way, yeah. So either way, but this is my very first show. I am so happy and just just amazed to just be able to share my life with you in small doses, of course. I'm single, so that's my big thing. So I want to talk to everyone and give value. We're going to have like a variety of subjects from health, because that's what I do in my daytime life. I'm a pharmacist, so there will be some health topics. But basically, I just want to have fun. I just want to talk about, the pop culture, what's going on today. We can do politics. But mainly, I'm here to find me a man. Okay, I'm joking. But I mean, mommy wants something good too. Yeah. So either way, I want this to be where y'all get to know me. Like I said, I'm just a regular chick, but just to share my journey, because all of our journeys are basically the same as women, just different variances, but whatever. So I have my day one. Her name is Khasha. We have been friends since middle school?
No, ninth grade.
Yeah, really? I thought it was middle school.
We met in middle school, but I didn't like you.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't like your ass either.
Story of my life.
No, it was that whole ditzy thing you do.
Right.
And I didn't realize
What are
it
you
was
talking about? Like my ditzy intro, like that.
I couldn't respect you until I realized how smart you really were. And I was like, oh my God. She's super cool. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, so I did.
But you didn't know that? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we had this discussion before.
Yeah, I think we have, but I'm always surprised. Like, what?
Right?
Yeah.
You didn't like me? Oh my God.
I can't believe.
So the best way to really get to know someone is usually the company they keep. So like I said, I've known her ever since, as she said, 8th or 9th grade. We went to college together. So we had so many experiences that we cannot fully tell. Because we just can't.
Yeah,
we were racking them up, knocking them down.
Somebody wants to die.
Same here. So yeah, basically we're giving each other a disclaimer on, yeah. So I really don't know what we're going to talk about, because we can't tell the good stuff, right? I'm just joking.
We can work around the good stuff.
Okay.
Girl, you know the devil's in the details.
Yeah, okay. But, she's always been, I know y'all have like that one friend that has always been the same, that always brings value to your life, that just puts up with your crap, just like a sisterhood, just like sisters. Girl, I know, right? And I always said I don't want to have one of these keek podcasts, but this is going to be the only keek show, okay?
Keeking.
Just a little bit keeking. Yeah, just a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just want everyone to really get to know me, because I really want to, like I said, add value and just share this journey together as women. Even with men, just watch and learn things about us, and and you can always give your feedback, and we can learn more things about y'all. So either way, how are you doing tonight, or today rather?
I'm wonderful. I've had a great day.
Right.
I just shirt.
So I wanted Khasha to be on my show as well, my very first show on top of it, because like I said, she's my day one, and I really am big on relationships, because as you know, I've had a lot of relationships, a lot of marriages, and they haven't been working.
Oh God, you make it.
Yeah,
that didn't sound great.
But
don't get scared. I'm not gonna put
marriage has been a hot mess.
I'm just joking. But she's like, hold up now. I'm just really joking about all. Yeah, you are. And so,
girl,
so I wanted to, just talk about relationships. And whenever I think about relationships and what I really want in a relationship, she is an example. Like, she's been married to a wonderful husband for like over 20 years.
And he is truly
amazing. Tell the years or no?
No, not the full years because
I
don't want to start counting numbers and counting age. And so anyway,
good point.
Exactly. I mean, so in these days of time, having a marriage for over, 2 years is like a big deal. So to actually have the same, I have to say for myself, the same husband for over 20 years, this is absolutely amazing. She has, beautiful boys. Her and her husband, they have been through the ups and the downs and, just all the stuff that life brings, but they are still together. So since relationships are so important to me and I would like to learn, and I think as women, we all need to learn, and men, I wanted to have her as an example to talk about this, love and relationship and marriage, and how did y'all make it last this long? But before we get into all of that, okay.
She really do. Sometimes I get to watch.
So basically, that's what kept him going. I mean, because you talk to men all the time, and they just say that that's a no factor. Back in the day, seemed like we could have more. It's not like we need to have control over men, but it would be nice. But men respected us more. And they were more considerate of us because of the sex factor. But so you're saying, but now these days it don't matter. We're at the point where they have us chasing them around for sex. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, yeah, you don't know about that life, honey, and you don't want to find out. Okay, no. And I'm not trying to find out that life either in that aspect. But girl, it is hard out here, as you know. Well, as you can hear from all of your friends who are not married and been divorced or however that go down. But you're saying with your husband, that still works. After 20 years of marriage, you can still dangle that carrot and he's good.
Yes and no. Yes. Okay.
I mean, he's not going to see this show, so you can go ahead.
Well, even if he did, he can watch.
Okay, I know, girl. Yeah, I know.
Totally runs her relationship.
Let me see. As far as sex is concerned, there is some power in it, but there's no power in sex if he's a hoe.
Right.
Because he can go get anywhere, so he don't need it from you, right?
Okay.
So that only works if he's faithful.
Okay. That's a good point because you can
withhold all day long, but if he got a hooker down the street that's gonna give it to him, I mean,
he's good.
Like, okay, keep yours.
Right, exactly.
So it doesn't work. But let me tell you this. I'm gonna put this in terms of the election.
Okay.
So I'm ashamed to admit it.
You voted for Trump?
No.
Oh, okay.
But he did in 2016.
Who?
My husband.
No, not my boo Ryan.
So that was a very sore spot for me.
Yeah.
So I didn't speak to him for a couple of weeks, but
really, I didn't know y'all went through that.
Ooh, I was hot. Okay.
And so why did he vote for
900 degrees hot? His thing was healthcare, because under the Affordable Care Act, the mandate required us to pay a fine every year if you don't have insurance.
Okay.
And since we didn't have medical coverage, we were paying, $1,200, $1,500 a year in fines for not having it. And the one thing I will say Trump did, he got rid of that.
Okay.
So the mandate, he did that. He said
insurance in general.
Well, that too. he tried anyway. But his goal, he ran under repeal and replace. So that was his thing. He wanted Obamacare gone.
Right, he did.
And so Trump didn't get rid of Obamacare, but he got rid of the mandate. So I haven't paid the mandate in the last 3 years. So I'm not mad about that.
Okay.
But that was his biggest thing. And he thought if we didn't get Trump in office, that Hillary was going to start a war with Russia.
Huh?
Okay.
Anyway, that being said, I'm not speaking to you. I'm clearly not screwing you either. So, and the no sex thing went for about 2 months.
Ooh, oh, you are angry.
Oh, I was very angry. I think the first sex he got was the anniversary sex.
Oh my God, because usually, we're country girls, and when we mad, we still keep on trucking, honey. I mean, we're not about to have 2 problems. Okay.
Well, I've never, as highly sexual as I am.
Right, you are.
I've never done angry sex.
Really?
I've never had sex when I was mad. Nope.
You know what? That's why you have a functional marriage, and that's why my marriages were dysfunctional.
I don't know if that's it, but I just can't. But you know what I will do, because I'm spiteful. So I'll pull out a vibrator, lay right next to you.
you
say
do.
So.
That's so petty. Oh, you do that petty. You always say that, like, ugh. Like, who does that?
I don't go without. I'm gonna get me.
Right.
But, yeah.
Wow.
So, but this time around, you know what he did? He wanted to vote for Trump again, but he was like, "They ain't worth it. It ain't worth it." He was like, "Yeah."
I guess hold up. So the first time he voted for Trump, y'all did not have any kind of relations or sex for 2 whole months. And like that may, for married people, especially for a lot of years, that may not be a big thing, whatever. But for
in my house,
for this girl right here, I mean, that's like amazing. Like, I didn't even know I didn't know it got that deep. I mean,
yeah.
So I'm and so what made you break?
Oh, our anniversary.
Oh, okay.
And we went on a cruise.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you was waiting for Trump for 4 years later or something. If you were that angry.
No, definitely not that angry. We might as well get a divorce if we got to go 4 years. But
all right.
No,
and that's what I love about you and Ryan too, because like y'all are like polar opposites. Like, he is just like a very chill, relaxed guy, and you're the type, like you said, you'll pull out a vibrator and go to work right next to him just to be spiteful. I mean, but y'all really pull it together to make it work. I mean, and he has his different views and you have your different views, but at the end of the day, you're a mama, and he knew not to vote for Trump a second time around. You knew that, right?
Yeah, he said it wasn't worth it.
Right. Yeah.
Nope. Can't do it.
Yeah, he was almost tripping up by even thinking it. He almost tripped up.
No, because I've been working on him for the whole 4 years.
Okay, yeah. But and Ryan could be stubborn too.
And he was very stubborn. It was a constant battle.
Yeah.
We have the most animated political debates. Like, so a couple of weeks ago, we were walking. We were at a rec center, but they were closed. It was, I don't know. It was October, I think it was. And we're walking. No, it was November. It was after Election Day. We're walking around this this park. We're walking around the parking lot at the rec center, and there's some homes. The back of the homes are facing the rec center, and they have these screened-in porches on the back. And apparently there was a couple that could hear us as we walked past, and could hear that we were having a very lively political debate. And a lady comes outside to ask us, who did you vote for?
Whoa, yikes. That could have gone so wrong.
It could have gone so wrong. It ended up being a pretty good conversation she and I had. He continued to walk, but she and I talked for a few minutes or whatnot, but she was like, "Oh, you were so animated, y'all." She said, "I just had to know what y'all were talking about."
Okay,
like, you are really nosy,
right? Yeah,
But it worked out.
No messing around. Yeah, she wants to know what the heck going on.
This ain't the time right now. I don't know who's who right now. I don't know who's who right now.
Exactly, because. I mean, everyone claimed they're not, but someone was doing it. Someone was voting for him. So
73 million people were voting for him. So.
Right, exactly. So yeah.
Like, so yeah, but we have we talk about everything. Like literally, we talk about everything.
Right.
And
so you telling him my business?
sometimes I have to remember he's my husband and not my friend.
Wow.
He's my friend, but he's my husband.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Is that a yes
I mean,
no? Are you telling him my business?
Right. I mean, and she is being so genuine with that. Like they have like this friendship, I mean, to forget that your husband is like your husband and not your friend, that's what relationship goals are.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
it doesn't hurt that he has the cutest butt I have ever seen.
Oh, and you
sure do.
Oh, and you still find him highly attractive after so many years.
I still look at him and go, damn, he's fine.
Wow.
I be thinking that too, girl. He sure is.
Almost daily sometimes.
Really?
Now, not as much during the beginning of COVID when he wasn't shaving at all, and he had the whole COVID beard and the COVID hair, and he wasn't combing his hair because he was working from home. I'm like,
I love that neck look. Actually,
you're still cute now,
but tighten up.
But when he did that first haircut, I was like, ooh. Yeah.
No, seriously.
How you doing?
Wow. And so how was it at the beginning? Well, first of all, tell a story of how y'all got engaged.
You want the actual engagement story or?
Yeah. Okay, so basically, let's start over. Okay, so we all went to college together,
right?
And he was, is from the Kentucky area. Yes, we're from like the South Carolina area. So we all met at school, and I dated him first. And I know you did. I'm just joking. You didn't know that, did you?
Oh, this is news. Please go on.
No, I'm just joking.
Yeah, joke.
I met him within the first week of being on campus.
Right.
And I met him. How did I meet? Oh, I met him because
at a
remember
party?
His roommate Dre? What did we call him? Shay Monkey Nuts? You remember Dre?
As a
light skin that had not Wolf. Wolf was the other roommate. Dre had the receding hairline back here.
Okay, I vaguely remember. Okay, vaguely.
And we used to call him Shay's Monkey Nuts because his hair was
right. Yes. Okay.
So Dre, I know.
I hope these fools not watching this show.
You were probably with me. We were playing cards at somebody's apartment, and
we kicked butt and spade. Yeah.
And he had his hat on at the table, and I yanked his hat off and saw his hairline was receding. I was like, "Oh shoot, my bad!" And I tried to put his hat back on.
Yeah,
He's like, "Nah,
it's not." You were terrible.
I mean, who was expecting a hairline back here?
Yeah, like when we were like 10 years old.
Right. It was like we were like 12. Like, dude. So I forgot, and I ended up taking his hat back to the room. And so I found him in the directory the next day, and I was like, "Hey, I have your cap. You want to meet me?" And I get it. He was like, "Oh, just come to the apartment." And that's a setup. So I was like, Tisha, roll with me over here.
Okay. He got one for me, basically.
What we're not about to do is that foolishness. So when we got there, remember, Dre was like, "Hey, I want you to meet you got to see Bozak's room. You got to see Bozak's room." Like, okay.
Bozak. and so your husband had a pet
nickname.
Bozak,
that was his nickname.
Bozak. Like even men and women called him Bozak. And why did they call him Bozak?
I found out later. She said he had a big one.
Even dudes were calling another dude basically because he was large and in charge. That's why their marriage has lasted this long too. She didn't tell you that part yet.
I can't throw that back out. I can't.
Yeah, I feel you, girl. And even then, you act like that didn't happen. I get it, girl.
No, he ain't mean it.
It was my fault. I did that. I made him angry.
I fell into his fist. I don't know, girl. I'm gonna have to work something out. Ooh,
you get mad, and then you see the Bozak. You're like, get over it.
Pretty much. So,
right at the
Ray
Kentucky.
To come back to his. We came to his room, and then Ryan's room. He had taken all these glow in the dark colors and finger painted all these designs on the wall. You remember that? And they had a black light, and you turn the black light on, the colors were glowing. So that was the showstopper. Everybody had to stop by and see the room.
Right. And, what a freak he was.
And so we saw the room, and that's when we met Ryan.
Right.
And I didn't really look at him per se at that moment. I noticed he had big white feet.
Okay, right. Well, he's not white. He's high yellow.
But he was really pale. His feet were pale. And he had big thighs. And that's all I noticed. And I noticed his feet mostly because he had on flip-flops. And I could not recall ever seeing a black man in flip-flops that was not on the beach. And I was
Unless they're African.
That's weird. And I just...
That's a good point.
And so the next day, I ran into Ryan again at the University Center. And he starts talking to me. I'm like, who the hell is this?
Yeah.
And he's just talking to me like we know each other.
Right.
And he's weird. He's like talking about all this weird stuff, how he was trying to teach himself how to play the piano. And I'm like, what the heck?
When you have a Bozak, you just got, you just say random stuff because, that's all. You don't have to usually have to talk much.
You remember that day we were in the room and he said, shit, I just woke up. You were like, why were you up? You were like, shit, I just woke up. He was like, shit, I just woke up.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get that partake of a Bozak, so I'm like, okay.
Right.
And you just thought that was so cute.
No, you were the one laughing at. You thought it was hilarious. You would not stop laughing.
Yeah, totally.
I was like,
yeah, exactly.
You were really laughing. So I looked down while he was talking to me, and I recognized his feet.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Oh, this Dre's roommate. Oh, okay. He's a little weird, but
you remembered your husband from his feet, basically.
I recognized his feet. That would not be the last time that happened.
Okay.
So
you weren't even checking for him like that.
No.
Okay. Yeah. We
light skin.
We usually like chocolate and burnt. Make sure they're well cooked. Yeah.
I got over that though. But I was like,
exactly.
And so then he invited me back to his room to watch a Richard Pryor movie or stand up, and that's when we started dating.
Yeah, he knew how to speak to your heart, Richard Pryor.
Not like make me laugh, it's on the top and you make me laugh now.
Right, so, everything opens up. Yeah.
And that's when I found out his name too, because at that point he was still telling me his name was Zach and not Bozak.
Mr. Bozak to you.
I heard Bozak and I heard Zach and I was like, I refuse to believe your mama named you Zach. I need to see ID.
Right, yeah, I remember you saying that,
Yeah, so. And then, so the engagement.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I forgot
we were together
was the
6
question.
months. He told me he was going to propose to me on a 1-year anniversary. I'm like, we got an anniversary?
So you didn't even know y'all were like fully dating.
Well, no, I just didn't realize it was a specific date. I didn't have a date in mind, but he did. And it was that night that I watched the Richard Pryor with him.
Okay.
So, yeah, because I gave him a peck on the cheek that night, and
that
sure you did. Glad I'm not sitting with her to get hit by lightning.
So then,
the clean version.
Then, on our 1-year anniversary, he took me for a walk on campus out to the pond, and I thought he was going to propose out there.
Okay.
And then he didn't, and I was like, okay, so maybe he's not going to propose. Little did I know you had already been shopping with him to buy a ring or anything.
I thought he was shopping for me.
Because he asked me at one point, how do you propose to somebody? I'm like, if you don't know that, he don't know he need a ring.
Right. Oh,
so,
right.
So we get back to the room, to the apartment, and he was trying to hide the ring. I don't know why, but he wanted to hide the ring in the room for me to find. And I kicked him out of the room so I could put on this nightgown he had bought me.
Right.
And so I guess he couldn't think of any place else to put it. So next thing you know, we're in the bed and we're laying there. And mind you, I was still the angel that I am still today. And so when he kept pushing my hand towards his underwear, I'm thinking, oh my God, why is this pervert? Right. Like, you're so gross. Why do you keep trying to put my hand in your underwear?
Yeah.
And then finally, I gave up and I was like, fine. I was so stressed. Like, totally. I was like, oh my God. He clearly really wants my hand in there. So
right. Maybe he's sick.
I finally give in and put my hand in his underwear. And there goes the box. And I was like,
So to do a recap, her husband of over 20 years proposed to her, and her ring was in his underwear.
Yeah, pretty much in his underwear.
Because not that you partake in sexual activities or anything, but he knew that would be right. Yeah, being sarcastic.
I mean,
yeah. But that's how much that's how much y'all were swinging off the ceilings. But he like, yeah, well, here's his Zach and here's his ring.
right. At that point, it was funny, especially considering how highly sexual I am.
Right.
And even then, I had a high sex drive, but I was still kind of on the innocent side.
Right. She was really trying to sell this innocent story.
We had been together a year. I had never touched his piece. I had never touched it before. That was the first time I ever touched it. And even then, it was just to grab the box.
I'm confused. Like, what are you talking about?
I had never touched it with my hand before.
So, but y'all had sex yet?
Yeah, we were sexually active.
Okay, that's why I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if
he always handled all of that. I was very innocent. All
right. I mean, I'm not sure if he was trying to give the censored version.
Girl. I was a good Christian girl. We were
right.
We were.
Right. Okay. I was confused. Like, where's this going?
I had never touched it, jacked them off, none of that. Nothing.
Right. I mean, I will give you that. When we first got to college,
we were both virgins.
Right.
Right? I'm just
dang, why she being messy? She know my mama watching this.
Throwing me off, man. Like, this was a crash bad idea. Anyway.
Low key kind of wanted in this interview.
Trying to say. What I was trying to say, it got me all thrown off. What I was trying to say, we were those wild country girls, and we were out the house, and we were just like la 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 la, cursing or whatever. And I would never forget. You was like, listen, we're ladies, like we curse and we be wild with each other and other chicks, but when we're around men, we don't curse. I'm like,
what the fuck? I curse for 6 months.
I know, like, what the fuck you talking about? He was like, we don't curse around men. I said, oh yes, ma'am. So you in a way taught me how to be a lady. So I appreciate that, girl.
Hey, that's right.
That was good. That helped me out with all of my husbands, honey. Anyway, it's so handy.
That's like all of your hoops.
like I said, I had more than one, but it was less than 10. So we'll just keep that number.
There you go. Yeah, I'll take a guess and we'll see what happens. We'll do a raffle.
Anyway, like really.
Okay.
But yeah. So you never even cursed. I mean, so y'all only been dating for 6 months when he proposed.
No, when he told me he was going to propose.
Okay,
he told me he was going to propose in 6 months. He proposed on the 1 year anniversary.
Gotcha. Okay. I mean, and like I said, y'all are so young and everything. I mean, like, what was it where y'all just, because these days and even back then, people did not want to get married. Especially when you're in college and you're just knocking them down, and so what made y'all decide to commit to each other and start a life together?
I'm gonna say he decided that, because I don't know if I was there mentally yet. I was still kind of young, and he was, he's 4 years older than I am, so it was still a lot for someone his age to say, this is the woman I want to marry. I'm a senior in college, but this is the woman I want to spend the rest of my life with. To this day, I'm not 100% sure, other than the virginity part, what sold him on that.
Right. And so, it's okay. Yeah, I mean, so what do you say to women, just a little side note, especially at this age, but even I just think altogether, unless there are special circumstances like, you're in college or, even though that wasn't with your case, what do you say to women that give all their years to a man, like over 2 plus years, and there is no ring, there is, he always have to like get it, I gotta get my money up, or I gotta, get my business, la 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 la. Like, what do you say?
Walk.
Yeah, because I honestly think,
because you will spend, I got a perfect example.
Okay.
Young lady I know, she's not probably about the same age. She was the same dude, 20 years.
What do you do with someone that
she
long?
had 7 children with this man? 20 years. He left her.
Right.
Let me back up.
Yeah.
He had 3 other children with other people. So she gonna put up with the other BS. Help take care of them 3 kids.
No, ma'am.
And then he drops her and marries another chick in 6 months.
That's what they do.
And then he had the nerve to complain to me that she was stalking him and she was losing her mind. Well, yeah. You think?
You know what, man? Y'all, let me tell you about y'all, man. Y'all like doing some foolishness and be so surprised when we wilding out. Why y'all so surprised? What she was supposed to do? Yeah. Anyway,
men know in a certain amount of time, somewhere between the 3 and 6 month mark, if they want to marry a woman. Now, the next couple of months or whatever, they're trying to see if what they're seeing is real, if what they were falling in love with is real. Exactly. And then they're going to make a decision about the rest of their life. They're not going to let you get away. If they feel like you are valuable, they will put a ring on it. If they don't value you, then they will not. As long as there's no ring on your finger, you are a free agent.
Exactly.
And so are leasing.
And so are they. Okay.
Right. He's on a month to month. He is not leasing you out. When you put the ring on it, that's a lease. When you marry me, that is you bought the home. Okay. Right. But you're not gonna play with me like that. It does not take 5 years to realize I am.
It really doesn't. I mean, especially like I said, in my age group, and that's what I really want now that I've settled down and want to be a wife now. It's like I'm not trying to do all of that. I mean, even back then when I was about, had mental clarity, I'll put it nicely. I mean, still, like, I'm not doing all this and all of that, and you don't want to marry me, like what are you talking? Like, what are we gonna be doing? Like, nah. I mean, I just take it as a ego type thing. It's like that's why I probably made so many bad choices, because it's like my ego's involved. But no, I mean, I just understand how we allow that. Because, like you said, in like a lot of literature,
we keep looking at the time we've spent and going, well, if I leave now, then I've wasted that time. No, if you stay, you've wasted that time, and you're about to waste some more. It does not take 10 years to decide you want to marry me. It does not take 20 years. It doesn't take 3 kids. It didn't take 1. No.
And like you said so perfectly, they will drop you like a hot potato, and they will marry some other chick out the blue in 6 months.
Yeah.
I would
you done
know.
put all the time and you done trained
6
him up right
chick.
or whatever. Made him into what could be a good husband, and now he goes and puts a ring on somebody else's finger. You ain't even get a promise ring out the deal. Absolutely not. You will not waste my time, jump up and down on my ass all day, and then decide you're going to bounce out. No, absolutely not. I can get a wet coochie anywhere.
Right.
I go in the shower, wet up my own coochie. You not about to do is keep dropping that on me, and then move on to the next.
Yeah, just use you up. I mean, a lot of
if mutually we decide we just want to date, we just want to have sex, we just want to have fun, then that's fine.
Okay, that's a good point.
Nothing wrong with grown people making grown decisions.
Right.
But if I'm shopping for a husband, then I need to shop for husband material. I don't need to be shopping for boyfriend material. I mean, I'm looking for a husband.
Right. I mean,
that's what I'm in the market for, and people need to be honest. I do realize a lot of women lie. Because we ask men, and I tell the women this all the time. Women always ask, why do men lie? Why do men lie? Because we trained them to lie. That's why they lie.
Why you say
They've been trained. It may not have been you in particular, but some woman has trained this man to lie. We would say all day long, tell me the truth. Just be honest with me. I'm not going to get mad. Just tell me the truth. And then he tells you the truth, and you flip your
you wilding out.
You wild out. So what did that tell him? Don't do that again.
Right.
So the next woman says, oh, you can keep it real with me. You can tell me the truth. And he gonna tell you what you want to hear.
Right.
Because you done told, someone done told him that lie. He don't trust it anymore. Now, on the rare occasion that you meet a man that tells you up front, hey, I just want to hit.
Yeah, in some way, shape, or form. I mean, because of course they're not gonna package it. They're not gonna package it like that, but they're gonna say something where you're not gonna get anything except some dick. That's it. Okay.
And so you either say, "Okay, I'm cool with that," or "No, that's not what I'm looking for." Well, the average woman will pretend that she's cool with that.
Right. We want to be like
because we think our coochie's so good. we gonna turn him around. We gonna change his mind.
I mean, but technically yours was.
No, it wasn't the coochie. Don't get me wrong. I think
it?
I got good stuff, but I think every woman thinks on some level she got good stuff.
Right. Mine really is.
That wasn't what kept him.
Or was it?
If it was just that, I mean, huh?
What was it?
It was my fabulous personality. It's the personality.
Or maybe those big old boobs.
It's the
You know what? Let's put a pin in that real quick.
Go ahead.
Support. I've been talking to a lot of men, and they're saying that women they're saying that they don't want to be in relationships or be even married because women aren't supportive. And so I always would think that's a whole bunch of crock. It's like, yeah, whatever. But now I am noticing that men may have a valid point, because I can see how women, how they are with their children. They're not hands-on, they're not really, into taking care of their children fully, but then they chasing it behind some dude. You know what I'm saying? And men, they're stupid. They're like, okay, so you're just trying to satisfy or just satiate yourself and your needs, and when you get what you want, it's just going to be the same thing, not being cared for. But yeah, like women, they don't want to, like, I mean, not saying women's supposed to cook, clean, or whatever, but they don't have, we don't have like order. We don't, in structure. A woman is supposed to make the home, and a lot of women, they just want the man, but they don't want to do the baseline of being that woman in the first place to have a good man. So it's just amazing that men think we don't care, or we just, but I can see where they're coming from now, and from what you're saying too.
There's a lot that goes into that.
Okay,
go ahead.
I'm finished. Yeah, I'm finished.
Okay, there's a lot that goes into that. First of all, every man don't deserve support.
You ain't never lie, girl. Okay? You ain't never lie, honey.
Because some of them trifling, but still want you to stand behind the bullshit.
And girl, honey, and they will use you up for. That's the thing I had to learn. Well, I never.
They can, but
they won't lose you. They don't use you just for sex anymore. They will use you for sex and intimacy. Honey, they will. Oh, tell me about what do you think about my project or this and that. And so you thinking you're in the game, or you're in the loop with them, and they just using you up just for banging your coochie in your ear. You know what I'm saying? So that was like, okay.
And that is called the coochie ear surfing term.
Knowing who you are in that relationship with, what did you sign up for?
Okay.
And what's your end goal? Are those the same two things? Did you sign up to be a side piece or a piece of ass, or did you sign up for wife? Because even though, this is the thing. Okay, let's go into the, men cheating or whatever.
Yeah, they do.
And women cheat too. So we're not going to just put it on the men. But if you're messing with a married person, there's no room for growth there. Okay, you should pretty much know that that's your position in life with that person. That's it. Okay, there's no room for growth. You can't get a promotion. There's somebody already in that spot. That job is already taken.
Oh, I can't stand married men. Ooh, they
so it's like knowing what you signed up for. So when like I had a married friend, and he was messing with this young chick, and I said, okay, when you as a married man, if you're going to screw around, you need to screw around with another married person, because you both have the same you have the same goals. You just want to get laid. You're not looking for a relationship. You're not looking for a promotion. If you're messing with a young chick, she's looking for money, and she don't care who feelings she got to hurt to get it. So if she know who your wife is, she's gonna burn. Okay.
Guess what? Because she have nothing to lose in that aspect. Exactly. You have everything to lose. Yeah, absolutely.
So you want somebody who's equally invested. We have nothing. We have a whole lot to lose, so we got to keep this a secret. And if you're messing with somebody older, she's looking for a husband. You know what I'm saying?
Well, are women really looking for husbands these days? I'm confused now, because the way
most
everyone's
of the women I know,
me too,
in my age group, a little younger, a little older, looking to settle down. Still wondering why am I this age and still not married? Why am I this? I've never been married. I've never been engaged. I've never been this, that, and the other. I have a very dear friend who, we're the same age. She's a month older than I am, and she's never even been engaged.
That's just crazy. I mean, because a lot of women, they also say there aren't enough like if you want a black man, it's not enough black men for black women. And I don't think I think it's funny because I'm getting them. I getting them all. I'm getting them all. So
yeah,
I mean,
I mean, seriously, like,
I mean, I get plenty. So I mean, right. But seriously, I think they were saying because of the jail and this and that. I mean, there's a lot of men. There are a lot of women who don't want to get married. So, and I mean, I really think that God always has someone for you. If that's what you really want. It doesn't matter of the statistics. It doesn't matter of, the jail or, whatever the dynamic may be, for why they said we can't find men. I think it's someone for everybody if that's what you want. There's no excuses.
I have a girlfriend on her 4th marriage right now. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So if you
greedy.
put yourself in the right position, just greedy.
Yeah, okay.
But no,
just messing up for everyone else. But she probably should. You know what she should do? She should get married and then give them away to women who can't get. So the ones who can't get a man, help them out.
That'll work.
Yeah, so she racking them up like that.
but on a serious tip though, but she's always put herself in the position. First of all, let me explain one thing. Okay. This particular chick in general, I think she's a prime example of men that the phrase Captain Save-A-Hoe is real. Okay. And it's not necessary. I'm not calling her a hoe. I'm just talking about in general. Men love to be the savior. That goes back to that whole support thing. Now it depends on the generation of men you're referring to, but men our age and older love to be a savior. They want to. That's why men will always have a problem with a woman that makes more money than them. Mm-hmm. Okay. But they want to feel like they are contributing to your life. If they don't feel like you need them. Okay. Then what's their purpose with you? Okay. They need to feel needed.
Right. That's okay. I believe that.
Okay?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So if a woman's in distress, if she's got hard times or whatever, he's saving her from something. She needs him, and it makes him feel like a bigger man.
Okay. All right.
His testosterone levels go way up, and he's feeling real proud of himself because he did that, whatever kind of thing.
Okay.
She has put herself in the position each time where the man that she was dealing with felt like he was saving her from something. Okay. So in one particular case, she's married and she's in a bad marriage. Okay. She's ready to roll. She starts talking to this other dude. Her power gets cut off. He pays it. Okay. He come over and cut her grass at the house where she lived with her husband.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was cutting their grass. Okay.
Ooh, she got it going on.
Right.
Wow.
So she divorced this man, married this one, right?
Okay. And how'd that work out?
Him too.
Oh, so definitely she's the common denominator then.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But she get married for sport.
But
it's a hobby.
I think she's with who she's supposed to be with at this point.
Why you say that?
I think this is a good match for her now. This 4th husband.
Because he's not playing with her?
I think he's got a firm hand.
Right.
Going there, and
she's running amok.
Sometimes you just need a firm hand.
Yeah, you need structure.
When I say firm hand, of course, I'm not referring to nobody laying hands, but
not a backhand, but a firm
sometimes you
hand.
need a man with a backbone. When you keep running over a man, you can't respect him.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's just not the natural order of things, and I mean, just in general, when a man keeps running over a woman, God knows they don't respect that either.
They don't respect her at all.
So that's just basically a human nature thing.
Yeah. But even on the support end, first they got to feel needed, but they want someone to boost them up, to believe in their dreams and to handhold sometimes and guide them through a process or be that sounding board for them and give them encouragement and stuff like that. Not to, keep pooping on their dreams and tell them that ain't gonna work, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? They need someone to make them feel good about themselves.
Right.
That's why some women, and I don't believe in this lie. I would never tell this lie. I'm not gonna tell you the sex was good if it wasn't. Okay.
Right.
But some women they do that, and so men love that woman.
I don't do none of that.
Telling him she breaking his back.
No to all of that.
Even if he's not breaking her back.
Yeah.
It made him feel good all the same.
Yeah, not doing that.
I'm not doing that either.
Because that's a big risk. I mean, because what about they really,
so they have no reason to improve. If you believe you did your job,
well, I
why
mean,
would you do it better?
I'm not even getting to that point. I just thinking about the fact that you hyping them up and it sucks. And then they start acting stupid because they act like they're doing you a favor. Would that suck? and you're just like, really? Like, dude.
the first argument. Okay. I'm about to put you on blast, bro.
It's like, dude,
take that little toddler penis somewhere.
Okay,
that's the first thing we gonna say if we mad and you got little penis. Oh, we about to tell you got one.
Even when it's big, we still say that.
No, I ain't never told that, man. I ain't never said that. I ain't never said that one.
Because sometimes you can't even say nothing, just that, and that at least get them thinking a little bit.
Okay, and this is it. Okay, so one of the things I've probably mentioned this to you before. I fight there.
Okay, in what aspect?
I fight.
Okay,
there. So
you'll get gutter.
I don't get gutter. Okay. We don't curse at each other when we argue.
Okay, that's yeah.
That was a big thing for me. Yeah.
Yes.
The first time my husband cursed at me or even yelled at me, we were together 17. We were married 17 years. And I was like, oh, I'm out the dope.
Yeah, I remember. I mean,
it was his ever-loving mind.
And it was a little curse. I remember you telling me that, and you're like tripping, and I'm like,
no, that was. No, not that. I don't think we referring to the same time.
Okay.
He was yelling and cussing, and the kids were scared because they ain't never seen no crap like that before. And Boo put his fist through the wall. It was a whole fucking mess that night because he was so scared. He didn't know how to contain all the emotions he had going on while he was listening to his daddy yell at me. He was like, what? And I was like, oh, you gonna talk to me like this in front of my kids? Are you
right?
Oh my God. I didn't know.
And that happened after 17 years though. So that he held on to that long enough.
It came out of nowhere. I didn't even know what happened that caused it at the time. We got to the bottom of it, but it was still stupid. But yeah. I asked for a divorce. I was done. Well, who are you talking to?
Yeah, you crazy. Yeah, like for real. You were tripping, yo. Yeah. I mean,
I was dead serious. You would not disrespect me.
Right. I mean, she's like so serious, y'all. Like so serious.
Yeah.
I mean, you treat your marriage like like I said, I mentioned
it's
before.
A contract.
Yeah, it's like a business. You treat yourself as a business, and you want a proper merger with your husband. So, if he's going to give you bad terms, not him per se, but if a man try to offer like bad terms and conditions, like why would you,
I'm out.
Yeah. I mean, but you for real though, like you really was talking about divorcing this dude for this. I mean, not just curse you out, but you know what I'm saying? It's been 17 years. Get over yourself.
Right. Girl, it took us, to me, that was January of that year. It was, I think, June before I started even considering trying to stay.
Right.
Yeah.
You're a wild then.
I was done. My thing was, it's a matter of respect.
Right.
I've always told him we're not going to do this yelling and stuff. We can have an argument and still speak with respect.
Okay.
I grew up in a household where father yelled all the time about everything at everybody, and I didn't want that in my house. I didn't want my kids to grow up in a household thinking this was normal. That's not normal. That's not gonna be our norm. And it's not to say that we're not gonna get animated, we're not gonna be, heated and everything, but we can still speak to each other with respect. I'm not gonna call you out your name.
Wow.
Now when we're playing, we call each other names all the time when we playing, but when we're serious, no, you can't call me out my name. No.
And that's just amazing to keep those boundaries. Like, I mean, because like you already mentioned before. You can't
apologize for it later. You cannot apologize to me if you call me a bitch. You're not going to be able to apologize to me for that. Okay? Because you had an option to say something else. And you know the rules. So if you're willing to go there, you that man.
Right.
What I do?
Right.
And at the end of the day, there's so many arguments that we've had over the years that you can't remember what those arguments were about in hindsight. So were they that important? Now, I remember that one when he cussed at me. I will always remember what that was about. It was stupid. It was so stupid. But I will always remember that argument because it stands out because it happened that one time.
Right.
But if that was my norm, then at the end of the day, I wouldn't be able to tell you what the argument was about. I don't even remember what we was arguing about.
Right.
So we're not gonna disrespect each other, because at the end of the day, we got to come back together and we got to act, and we're gonna act like that didn't happen.
Right.
I don't work like that. I hold grudges.
And that's what I love about y'all marriage. Like, you're your own person, you know, and you have your own boundaries, you know, like, it's just amazing how y'all work that out. And he's his definite own person. He has his own boundaries, you know, and that's how you have to be when you're married. You don't have to just give, I mean, you're supposed to give all of yourself, I guess, but you still have to be your own person.
You have to be an individual.
Right, exactly. And I think that's why, you know, men more so, they get frustrated and they probably don't see the point of getting married, because they feel like they're going to lose their identity of being their own man. And a lot of times,
why men don't want to get married. They don't want to get married because they really are delusional about themselves, and they really believe that the moment they get married, they can't have all that sex out there, all those women, like they were going to have them if they were single. But all of a sudden, they can't have all of those women. So they wait until, like, I know a very good friend of mine was a major hoe. And when he got to his, you know, nearing 50, he starts thinking, ooh, Lord, what's gonna happen if I don't have a wife? Who's gonna take care of me?
Oh,
That's
yeah, I know
when
he
he
talking
decided
about
to settle down and get married. It wasn't because, I'm in my 30s and I'm building wealth and I'm doing this and I'm doing good in life and now it's happening. No, I might get sick.
You know what though? And you are so right. That does make me sick. Like, you know, they think all of that, men think they all of that to get married, but then either they get all sick and they want you to play the nurse and all this crap, you know, and then they want to put a ring on.
I don't know if your penis gone somewhere.
Nah.
Exactly.
I didn't have a penis at 30. I don't want it at 50. Go somewhere.
Yeah. So they like you said, they get afraid, you know, because, you know, men, they feel like they're immortal. Like women, we know when we're getting older because we have that time clock and everything. But men, they feel like they feel like they're immortal. But then they do get to a point like, okay, I don't want to be, you know, rotten and stinking in my apartment or my house for 2 weeks and no one knows, because I don't have someone who loves me enough to be there or care for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
my mama can't even take care of me because now she's too old to take care of me.
You know what I'm saying?
I need somebody a little bit younger to come in here and wash my butt if I have an accident. So
yeah, men will definitely think they're all of that.
Yeah, to the grave. I'm telling you, they don't. I mean, look, men are walking around here with a gut from hell and still think they can holler. I've had dudes holler at me, and I'm like, seriously, did you look at yourself before you did that?
Honey, I had a dude some years ago that was homeless. Not even years ago. I mean, but even now, like, you know, downtown Charlotte or whatever, dudes with like those homeless dudes be like trying to like, what? And sometimes they do be looking good though.
Y'all pray for me, please.
That's funny, but I swear to you, I saw this really good looking homeless guy.
Okay.
And these women he had a woman and a couple of kids. And so all of them were homeless. I was working with a group of Town Charlotte.
Right.
Where they were serving food. Right. Uh-huh. And so they're in line waiting for the blessing so they can eat. And one of the homeless women started making some sexual comments about the dude, and he was kind of fine, right?
Okay.
But he was like 6'5" or so.
Okay, why is he homeless? Who's that? Oh, but you said he is married, right?
He had a woman and 2 kids with him.
Oh, so the whole family. Okay. Well, that don't really count. I don't know.
This has been since COVID too, so it could have been a COVID thing.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. Hold up. Now let's back up for 1 second. I don't know if I can see a 6'5" dude. I mean, I'm not really a height person, you know, that's your thing.
I am.
Yeah, yes, it is your thing, honey. If they're not 7 feet, you ain't trying to hit none of that. But like for real. But I don't know if I can resist. I mean, if a 6'5" dude trying to holler at me, he looking good, he just don't, you know what I'm saying? Am I right that punch that?
Yeah. No, I have had to do that. I had to go, praise God from whom our blessings flow. No, you can't have my number.
Okay, like what is going on? And you know, they have the best game. They be talking so good. You know what I'm saying?
Don't let them have a deep voice, girl. I'm gonna send you this TikTok later. Probably been loud in the sucker fine.
Maybe I can reach. But yeah, he has a cell phone. He's homeless, though, you said?
No, not this one. No.
Oh, okay. So,
no.
okay.
Really, you was gonna holler at the homeless man with a
I don't
woman
know,
and
man.
kids? No, no.
Listen,
you go off on my home.
I mean, I got one. I ain't got nobody.
He got a woman and 2 kids. Right?
Yeah. I mean, you know, usually men are very appreciative when you do good things for them, right? Anyway.
Sure. He still got a woman. And 2 kids.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
But she's not handling business. I'm just joking. Okay, it gets dirty out here.
.com with you today. Oh no,
I'm just joking.
So,
I'm not that desperate yet.
But yeah, but those. But then when she made her little comments, they about came to blows. I mean,
yeah,
it was like, oh Lord, Father God, all I was seeing was the whole tent we were under was about to come crashing down because it was about to get ugly out there.
That is hilarious.
But he was kind of fine.
Yeah,
he had. And I want to say his name was something similar to like Mufasa. Like he had a real powerful name. I was like,
yeah, those homosexuals be getting you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They be getting, but. I can imagine, but yeah, I mean, they don't mind hollering, like, you know. So basically, even if they're, you know, are homeless, you know, so
or in a wheelchair.
Yeah. What? What do you mean?
You never had a homeless or a dude in a wheelchair try to holler at you, offer you a ride on his lap? No, just me. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's a different one as well. Okay. So, okay. So what advice so either way, so, you know, y'all been married forever, you know, as they can hear and see of you, or, you know, at least hear. I mean, you still got your swag. You still want to, like, you even sell, you know, like sex toys and stuff. Like,
I'm a sexual enhancement consultant.
Right. Like you give like head classes and stuff. Like you are. And then what is a head class exactly? That's not doing hair, correct?
That is not doing hair. No, but you can play in the hair up under the balls if you want to.
Okay.
But the head class, I literally teach women how to give head. Because Lord knows, I didn't realize that so many women were uncomfortable doing it, which I found that's why most women don't want to do it. Some women are grossed out by it, of course.
Right.
But most women don't want to do it because they don't feel confident in it. And if you're getting that tap on your shoulder telling you to come on up, that's not a good thing.
I wouldn't know, but God, that would be so embarrassing.
Right. And I've had women tell me, like, there was this one chick. I just gave her some advice. I didn't actually do a class with her, but she got in the tap, and the dude told her husband told her, you don't ever have to do that again for the rest of our lives. That's how bad it was.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that years ago, and that was bad.
Her problem was her mouth was drying out, and she didn't know how to get the saliva glands going to keep it wet. And you can't give dry head just like you can't do dry coochie or dry hand jobs.
Right. So, and she probably wasn't holding it at the. I mean, I don't know. I just heard. Probably wasn't holding at the base or whatever and controlling it, and then just dried out and stuff. From what I've heard, that could be the problem.
That's what you heard. That's what you heard could be the problem. Yeah. Well, so I gave her some advice on, you know, how to get the saliva glands going again and stuff like that. And it worked for her. And then someone asked me one day if I knew someone that could teach them how to give head, and I was like, yeah, I can teach you how to give head. And she was like, well, would you be willing to teach like 8 of us? And I was like,
how you learn? Okay. How you learn? First of all,
how did I learn?
Yeah, good question.
Trial and error.
Okay.
Trial and error.
Okay.
You know when your mate is really enjoying himself. You know their signs. You know, and I started feeling really confident. I watched the video too. I can't say I learned a whole lot in the video except for power. There was power in giving head, you know?
Right.
And instead of looking at it as a job or a chore or, you know, or something I really didn't want to do, or as degrading. And as Black women, we're taught that that's degrading and we should not do that. In fact, we're not even supposed to enjoy sex. It's just a job as your marital duties to do it. And that's not true. And so when I learned to enjoy it and have fun with it, loosen up and take control of the situation. Because at the end, I really want to pop my collar. I want to be like, I did that. Okay.
When they still calling you back years later, you're like, dang, you still thinking about that? Dang. Was it just yesterday, last week? It was like 10 years ago, right? Well, but
that sounds like a memory.
I'm just saying, from what I'm hearing.
You want to be like, yes, you want to make him squeal. You want to make him pick up them sheets with his ass cheeks. You want him to curl his toes so he's about to break them. That's what you want. And at the end of the day, you know you did that, you know? Yes. So I take pride in it.
You do.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's a turn on for me. Whereas before, I didn't enjoy it. Because I felt like this is
you didn't have control of the situation, your performance and stuff like that.
Control it, and it's like first my goal was to figure out how to get it done quicker.
Right? Yeah.
That's like when I mastered that, then I wanted to I kind of like playing with it. I just want to be down here for a while, you know?
Right.
And then when you bring him to the brink, and then bring it down a little bit, then bring him back to the brink. Oh, the power in that. He would do anything at that moment for you. What do you need? You want some gold, silver? You need a new car? Oh, what you want?
So what made you have to
Are y'all ladies taking notes?
To do better? I mean, because women, most of us, we're just mentally shut down. We don't even care to want to do better. So this is your husband, you know, y'all been around each other, you know, he ain't going nowhere. You're not going anywhere because you're married. So what made you be like, you know what? I really want to give my husband some really good head. What made you?
I think it all went into once I became comfortable with myself sexually, you know, because again, I've always enjoyed sex.
Right.
I was blessed to, you know, be able to be multi-orgasmic as well. So that was always.
There we go.
I know.
Don't get her on her multi-orgasmic track a lot.
Yeah, so that has always been a blessing in itself. And
right. And then your husband is a Bozak, so that really is like, a match made in heaven. Yeah, and that's why you're so freaking happy.
I had a conversation with him, off subject for a moment. I had a conversation with him the other day. It was right after sex, but it was like some really amazing sex, right? And so I was like, you know what?
I'm so dying, y'all.
I know it's sickening. I know. But
especially when you're not getting any. It's really annoying.
Should I stop?
I mean, hey, it is what it is. But I'm just thinking about that 6'3" homeless man scene where he gonna be downtown. I'm gonna hop off the phone off of this, and I'm gonna go riding downtown Charlotte.
You know where Tent City at?
Yes.
Really? Mm-hmm. Wow, you been through there?
Yeah.
That's where I'm going when I come to Charlotte Friday.
Oh, really? Okay. Friday. Am I off Friday? No. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
My book club, we each contributed 40 of a particular item, and we're putting them in bags together, Ziploc bags, so I can hand them out.
Right. Okay.
But like I said, there's Block Love Charlotte is a organization in Charlotte where they feed the homeless every single day.
Okay. Wow. And what's it called again?
Block Love Charlotte.
Okay. And this is what things you can do when you have a loving marriage. You're not stressing. You're not worrying about where my husband at. You know, when you have a good, solid, loving relationship, you have time to free yourself up and to serve others. You know, instead of always chasing behind a relationship that's just not worth anything. You know.
I got it to do. I'm that chick. I know this is so far off where we were, but I'm that chick where if my husband's phone rings and it's sitting next to me, I have zero desire to look at it.
I know, right?
Ain't nobody calling me on his phone. That's an invasion of his privacy. I'd be pissed if he was looking at my phone. And it's not because I have anything to hide. It's just not your business. But I leave my phone around. I don't lock my phone. He don't lock his phone. But I'm like, no one's calling you on my phone. So what you looking for? But if he asks, can he hold my phone? I hand him my phone.
Right. Yeah. Y'all wow. Like I just don't. I mean, y'all relationship. Like that's why I just had to have you to talk, because this is not normal in a good way.
Did I tell you? I had to have told you about when we went to marriage counseling.
All right. Yeah.
Years ago. Okay. So this was back when I decided to stay. After the whole cussing at me incident.
Yeah. After he called you a brat or something Nothing. Go ahead.
So no, I think that was you called me a brat. So anywho, we went to marriage counseling, and we went to like maybe 10 sessions, and in those 10 we did one family session. That woman did not charge me a dime. She said we were the most dynamic couple she had ever met.
Yes,
and
definitely.
She was like, I've never seen anything like this in my life, and she
For real.
did not charge me for anything, and she wanted me to become a life coach.
Right, exactly.
Like, this is so ideal for you. She said, the way you see things,
right,
gives you a wonderful perspective on being able to help others.
Right. I mean, your energy, like you're always in an awesome mood. I mean, of course you're so human. You're gonna have your days. I mean, but you're always so chill. Your mind is always open. You're always so much fun because you have the most important thing I feel in life, your marriage, your relationship. That's, you have that on cruise control. You're comfortable. You're safe. Your marriage is your safe place. It's not a battlefield. It's not a place of confusion, So, I mean, yeah, it's absolutely amazing. I mean, you have like, 4 wonderful, like 4 boys. Of course, ain't no girls coming from no Bozak and none of that.
I don't have to pay for them anyway.
Yeah. I mean, you have children. I mean, and doing all of that, all I've ever hear is about her banging her husband, like do all of that. Like for real.
I feel it's like, I'm even amazed by it at this point.
Yeah.
The sex part, not the marriage. The rest of the marriage doesn't surprise me at this point.
Right.
It's the sex. I'm like, how is sex still good this long?
Right.
That doesn't make sense to me. The fact I'm looking forward to it, the fact that I'm still killing it, the fact that, and we give each other high fives afterwards, like you did that.
Oh my God, y'all get on my nerves. Get on my nerves. Like, we were trying to talk and like, oh yeah, Ryan, put it down. I'm like, I don't want to hear that. What the heck, man?
I can't help it though.
It's like she's telling me this like it's some new dick or something. It's like, I don't want to hear that.
But sometimes I feel like it is. But we're experimental too. We play with a whole bunch of stuff. So
right.
We got creams and toys.
Right,
and,
because you do the sex therapy tour and everything. The head, yeah. So so basically, men are pretty simple, but like you take care of home, you're cooking, you taking care of your boys, you putting it down, you're always open. And so your husband's happy, then you're happy. Just everyone's happy. Your boys just adore you. They always just fawning all over you, like I remember last year for Thanksgiving, and everyone just wanted your attention. It's like it was
like that, really?
Oh my God! Even my daughter was like, it was like they were just all in love with you, and you're like,
oh wow,
yeah, you just know you were a queen. Like, oh yeah, that's cute. I'm like, this girl is crazy.
You know what? That's one of the reasons I've always loved the fact that I had all boys, because I literally felt like a queen.
Right.
And, I have my chaise lounger that I lay on, and
right, exactly.
And they serve me, and then Brendan will just come and pick up my feet and start massaging my feet.
Right, like seriously.
Like I have so trained them.
Right, and plus they see, you have a good marriage and you have a good husband, so of course your boys are gonna know to fall in line, and take it to another level even.
Tyler's even already told me that's what he wants.
Right, for my daughter, right?
That's the goal.
That's the goal, honey.
That's the goal. Honey. Gonna make some pretty children.
I know.
Yes, I can't wait. Yeah.
Girl, I'm getting her ready, girl. I'm still.
Okay, keep priming. I'm working on this one over here.
So I know, right? That's
them another couple of years. Let them graduate from college.
Right, exactly. Yes, it's just amazing. Y'all been through, like I said, the ups and the downs, and y'all still stay together. Like I said, you can see from your energy is still amazing. Y'all still in love in this real life though. So ladies, we can have this. This can happen. I would say you're on the top tier, of this, but it's still possible to have something very, very similar and very close. So, I'm into intentional dating. Like, I don't want to go out on a date if I see if someone is not going to be right for me. I don't need to have someone, pay for my dinner. I don't need attention or anything. I don't even hardly get on the phone or anything because, if it's not someone that can possibly be my husband, I mean, not like I'm trying to browbeat a man to be my husband or anything. I mean, I have game, but, it's like if I see if it's not going to go in, right. I mean, but, a lot of times women, they want a man to spend money on them. They want, he go buy me food. So what? You could buy, okay, and what? And then you get yourself in a predicament where you're having sex and then you're getting used up for years. And guess what? It's not happening. You being a wife, if that's what you want. So it's just, it can actually happen for us ladies. We just, what is the biggest ingredient to going, keeping your husband, like, not keeping your husband, but keeping your marriage going? What is that baseline ingredient?
Like rhetoric, but it's really communication.
Mm-hmm.
And the biggest thing for me is really picking your battles. Everything ain't worth an argument or a discussion. Yes. Some things are that's just what it is. Okay, get over it. Pick your battles.
You're very great at
and
that,
let the rest of it go. Don't make a big deal out of everything.
Right.
If there's something that's really grating your nerves, you might want to mention it or whatever.
Right.
But everything is not a fight. Everything's not worth arguing about.
Right.
I'm a big fan of not nagging. That's the biggest thing I hear from most married men. Most of my male friends, their wives nag the crap out of them.
Oh my gosh.
I do not nag.
Yes.
In all these years, I do not nag. If I remind you about something, it's because it's really important. Like, let's say there was a leak somewhere.
Right.
That's not something you can ignore because it's going to cause more damage and more money. Right.
Right.
So I'm going to mention the leak again if you didn't address it the first time. If there's car trouble, I'm going to mention that again.
Right.
But if it's you left your drawers on the floor.
Right.
Yeah. You know what? If you want them drawers clean, you'll get them in the hamper.
Right. Right.
I mean, can ignore them on the floor too. If that's what you want to do, leave them on the floor then.
Right. Yeah. A lot of women, we just nag. And I remember with my first husband, I would just nag the crap out of him because it was a culture. It was my rite of passage as being a woman. I want to nag my husband, and I would never forget. I used to work night shift in the pharmacy, and this guy, he would come by, and visit and chat with me, for whatever that was about. Anyway, and so I was just like bitching about my husband, la 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 la, and he was like, "Listen, like, let him enjoy his life. Like, stop nagging him. He's his own person too." He said, "Would you want someone always nagging you and telling you what you don't do wrong and when you need to do this and do that?" And I was like, "No." He's like, he said, "Let him live his life." And for some reason, that stuck with me all of those years. All of my husbands later, that stuck with me.
Girl, that phrase right there is gonna kill me. You hear me? Girl, all my husbands laid out.
Okay. I mean,
I learned that.
They can say whatever they want from me, but I did not nag them. None of them.
Yeah,
I mean,
a man should be able to come home and he's already had to deal with the man all day in his job and, being told what to do, not doing it right, or whatever kind of drama he's got going on at work.
Yeah.
When he comes home, he should be able to lay down his burdens at that door.
Yes.
And come in his palace and relax. And I don't care if that palace is 500 square feet or 5,000. He needs to be able to relax when he walks in his door.
Right. I mean, because women nag their husbands or relationship men or whatever as soon as they hit the door.
They got
who wants to be? I don't want to hear that. So why do you think a man wants to be, barked at or even if a woman let me tell you about my day. Let this dude come in, relax, and then when he, everything is settled down, and then go at your day. I mean, men, there aren't our personal tools or anything like that. I mean, just like you want to be treated well, you want your time to, relax and lay back. A man wants the same thing. So I think that would really, really help. And that's definitely been an ingredient, I know for a fact, in your marriage as well. You don't nag Ryan at all. At all. I mean, you dig in that tail when he needs to. I mean, but yeah, that's why, you get mad. He called you a witch or something, whatever, and you want to divorce. Like, dude, you get on my
nerves.
What
happened? You gonna stop changing this story up.
That's why, girl.
He did not call me a name. Let's just get that straight. What did he say? He said, turn off the motherfucking TV. Turn the motherfucking TV down. That's what he said.
And you was about to toss up the whole family.
He cussed at me.
Oh, shut up. I'm about to curse at you right now. You pissing me off.
Oh, hell. Don't be cussing at me.
Hey, yo, if y'all were to hear it, like, I can't even talk. You gotta be tripping. Like, she is wilding. Like she says whatever, however. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that switch up is real, okay? Like, but
we're not gonna be cussing up at each other. That's what we're not gonna do.
Right? Yeah. So you're a trip. You're so serious too.
No, as long as you maintain that respect,
right? You'd
be amazed at what appeared insurmountable is actually doable.
Right? Exactly. Yep.
But once you cross those lines. And it's so hard to get back to where you were before.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's got to be some lines drawn in advance. This is what I will tolerate. This is what I will not tolerate. It's like even though I never had to worry about thinking he would lay hands on me. I will not leave you if you put your hands on me. I will kill you. It's not something we're gonna talk about.
It's not negotiable.
It's not negotiable. It's not up for grabs. It's not up for discussion. This is what's gonna happen. I will kill you. You need to understand. I'm not that chick. Right. You know what I'm saying? So you got one time for my coochie to itch. That's it. One time.
Oh, what about that one time?
You talking about that time I thought no. Oh, okay.
I was just joking. I was just joking. What are you doing? What are you doing right now?
No, there was a situation. I was on the phone with one of my homegirls.
Okay, hold up. Coochie blow up stories. I got one too. Go ahead.
Okay. I don't know if this qualifies, but what happened was I was cooking while I was on the phone, right?
Oh yeah, I remember that. Oh my God.
So I'm chopping up these habanero peppers and putting them in my spaghetti sauce, right?
Right.
And then while I'm on the phone, I go to the bathroom.
Let me guess. So while you were cooking and stirring your spaghetti and chopping up stuff, you took a scratch while you were cooking?
I went to the bathroom.
Nasty.
You know I'm not nasty. Not my germophobic, but no. But I did not wash my hands before I left the kitchen. But I did wash them after I used the bathroom.
Right.
And so I'm still on the phone, and within minutes, I'm burning. I'm like on fire.
It was lit.
And I'm
It was lit.
It was lit. It was very lit. And I was not in a good way. And so I'm on the phone with my girlfriend, and I'm like, oh my God, there's something wrong with me.
Right.
And I was like, so immediately I'm thinking, I got something. I'm going to kill him. I said, I'm going to kill him. As soon as he walked in his door, I'm stabbing him in the fucking chest. Okay. I got two rules.
Right.
And this mother, and she's like, Khasha, didn't you tell me you were cutting up some habaneros?
Oh, that was a good friend because I'm dumb. I don't put
you probably would have been pumping me up. You'd be like, oh, it's about to be on.
I love that, honey.
Yeah. And so she's like, did you wash your hands before you went to the bathroom? No, not so much.
We all know Ryan though. We know Ryan don't get down like that. Like, but
I don't put anything past anybody.
Right. I mean,
don't get me wrong. I feel pretty confident in him. I trust him. But
I'm just saying, as your friends, we know. So, but you so we had to give
that
you,
moment, at that moment, I needed somebody to bring me back in because I was over there like playing with the knife. I had the knife in my hand. I was ready to kill him.
Yeah, what else would you do?
He gets mad when I tell that story too, because he's like, I didn't do nothing. You're around.
I know, yeah.
All I knew was I was on fire, and I didn't know why I was on fire.
Okay.
So where's your coochie blow up story?
Oh, girl, I was hoping you forget. I was just joking. My story is I'll tell you a story. Why not? Girl, so I had used the soap, right? So I had. This has nothing to do with anything. Like I said, I hate keek podcast, but we keek in the day. So So it was like this, like, what do you call it? Those herbal soaps, natural soaps. What do you call those? I'm losing my thought of training. Natural soaps, no parabens in it, no sulfates or whatever. Mm-hmm. Okay. It's a word for it. Anyway, so it was
because I did some eucalyptus once. Woo, girl. Go ahead.
Yeah, that thing will tingle very good, and then it gets raw. So it was one of those natural products. So, like I'm using it, oil, whatever. And it was the weirdest thing. Like when I say my stuff was blown up, it was like I didn't know what was going on, but it wasn't like a blow up in a like a fire truck kind of way. It wasn't the best. I wasn't smelling like candy. Let's put it like that. And so I didn't know what the heck was going on. I mean, oh my God, this is so stressful. I mean, so it was no itching, no burning or anything. I'm a pharmacist, so I don't care. I don't get shy about stuff like this. And plus, my stuff is usually on point. Okay, you can talk to all of my husbands; they will give good references for that. My stuff is on point. All of them.
One more time.
So that's why I'm very confident because I dare one of them to say, your stuff be bust up. But honey, I was just like, so it was confusing me because it was no itching or anything. So I was just so confused. Did I think it was my husband at the time? I didn't think that because it was no itching or burning. And I don't know why I didn't think it was him. I'm dumb, I guess. I don't know. But either way, it wasn't. But anyway, long story short, I figured out it was the soap because I stopped it, and then it's all of the issues stopped, and then I went back to it, and it came back, and I was like, oh, okay. So that was my coochie blow up story. Nothing big, but But it was a blow up.
But yeah, it was like, hold up, wait a minute. Why is I smelling like this? This ain't right.
So I'm gonna read an email.
Go ahead.
Because I get emails sent to me. So if y'all have any, if y'all want to discuss anything or want advice, just send me an email or call my number, and I'll anonymously talk about it, and you can listen to the advice. All right. So this is. Let me see. All right, so I'll get your advice because you're the guru. All right, so my husband and I have been together for 6 years, married for 2. Okay, so she let this go on for 5 years too long, 4. Basically. Yeah, 4 years too long.
Let's say 3 because there was probably a year of engagement.
Okay, so we give
3
them
years.
that.
And 3 years is not too bad. Technically, I know this is probably what this is about, but a year or 2 before an engagement is not too much.
Okay, right.
But after 2 years, if y'all not having a serious conversation about marriage, pack your bags.
Right. So we stopped there because that's the first sign and problem. That's how we know you sexy. So that's the first sign and problem. She let this go on too long. So the lines of respect and everything, wasn't really there. Okay. So anyway, my husband and I have been together for 6 years, married for only 2. Before COVID, we would go out to dinner or the club every weekend. Okay. So they're getting along pretty good. All right. Gay guys are always capital, always hitting on him. He just smiles. I used to think it was cute. But now I'm wondering if they see something I don't see. Since COVID, we have started grocery shopping together. It's still happening. Should I be concerned? That's a hard one. So basically, has it been happening though? I would like to ask, has it been happening the entire time? Is this something that's...
You said always, right?
You say before COVID, we would go out to dinner or the club every weekend. Okay, yeah. So this has always been happening. So basically, she wants to know if she's not seeing the signs or symptoms of her husband being gay, because men are always finding him interesting, to put it nicely. What do you think? Okay.
All right. So I would say, hold on. I can't get this camera right for now.
Yeah, you want to get this right, huh?
So I would say she does have reason to be concerned.
Right.
Gay men in general don't flirt overtly with straight men.
Okay.
They may, especially if you meet a really flamboyant type, a gay guy, their whole personality comes off as flirtation, but
okay,
they're not like flirting so that it's obvious that I'm flirting. It's just, how you just have a flirtatious nature and you just kind of put with
everybody. Yeah.
But when she's saying they're flirting with him, not with her, not with them, with him, I would find that concerning because gay men ain't trying to get their behinds for. Right. And if her husband keeps, what did she say, smiling, laughing at it, whatever.
Most
like it doesn't seem to bother him at all.
Right.
And it's always
he just smiles. Yeah.
They're seeing something.
I
would say I would give him a major side eye. I'd be checking his drawers.
For what?
Stains.
Ew.
I'm just saying, front or back. I'd give him a side eye. I would keep my eye on him and see if there's any other signs. If that's the only thing, if there's nothing else, and she didn't specify, if there's nothing else, it's possible there's nothing else.
Okay,
but I would definitely be looking after that.
Yeah,
I would be paying attention to his male friends and stuff like that.
True,
and seeing if I see any signs. I just wouldn't turn a blind eye to that because there's something there. Even if he don't realize it's there, but there's something there.
Yeah, the reason I'm kind of iffy because with me, as you know, my last husband, I don't think he was gay. I mean, he's African, not to say African men can't be gay, but he's like man, for what I thought. But there were times where men would like flirt with, it was like probably 2 instances, but that to me that was too many. But men were just like finding him interesting. Actually, it was 3 of them. But and I think I'm pretty up on things. It's like I would smell some BS or whatever, especially some gay BS. I would, and then there's nothing wrong with being gay if that's what you want to do. But as a wife, I don't want a gay husband. Bottom line, period.
You're gay, that's not a problem. That's not what I want in my marriage. Now, there's men have hit on Ryan before. Did I mention he has the cutest butt I've ever seen?
Yeah, you did say that at the beginning.
Ryan a couple of times.
Okay.
It's happened. I'm not saying that it's never going to happen. I'm just saying it should not be the norm.
Right. Okay.
We say it every weekend. Every weekend they go out.
Yeah.
Gay men are hitting on her husband.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
every time they go to the grocery store, every time they roll up on gay people, apparently they are hitting on her man.
Right. Yeah.
So if it's once in a blue moon, sure. I have gay women hit on me all the time.
Yeah. I mean, that's a little different though, I think. Well, not really.
Women are a little more open. Women are a little more open.
Because we're a little bit more shy, so they kind of have to throw it out there to kind of reel you in, And
we're not as likely to swing on somebody because a chick hit on me. I'm not going to swing on her because she hit on me, but a straight dude might.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? There's so much violence towards the LGBTQ plus community that, they don't take those kind of chances like that. You know what I'm saying? And so I think there might be a little something there she might want to look into. At least pay attention to everything else and see if anything else gels with that train of thought.
Right.
I wouldn't go accusing him or nothing like that, but I would definitely
he's gonna lie. He's gonna lie anyway. So either way, it's time to purge.
Oh, okay. That was loud. Okay, my bra was making a appearance.
Yeah, maybe you need to purge that shirt off, obviously. But basically, this is the session where we release what is, on our minds, what we would like to do better, what's bothering us, to keep us healthy. Because, if you keep things bottled in, it just can make you sick. So I just want to do, a little health part where we're just going to release. We're going to say what's on our mind, give it away to the universe, and hopefully just let it go and become our healthier self. Okay, so I'll start off.
Okay.
So my purge is, and this has been a problem I had for a big problem for the last 2 or 3 weeks. So y'all could probably hear this almost every week. Ever since one of those rappers died, like King Von. I don't know if you heard of him. I know, girl. Exactly. This is how deep he gets. I just been so obsessed with, like, because he's from Chicago. I've just been so obsessed with Chicago lifestyle, like the gangster movies. And they have like these documentaries on YouTube about like this gang member and that gang member. And it's like little like 20, 30-minute snippets. Listen, I'm single, I'm on timeout. So I really need some rougher and tough action going on. And I get it from my YouTube, I guess. So I need to stop, because there's things I can be doing. I can be working on my craft. I can be working on my business, and I'm just all tied up with YouTube and worrying about these Chirac dudes, these gangsters. I just love gangsters. I need to stop. So that's my purge. Help me.
Ooh, I don't know where to go with that one.
Right. It doesn't have to. It could be ice cream if you want to purge the love of ice cream or something. It doesn't have to be deep like my problem.
Right now, my COVID.
Okay.
Recently, I've had a lot of people I know, or extensions of me, that have been diagnosed with COVID and going through it, and then my natural reaction is to try to help everybody. So I've been dumping money out of money.
Right.
I'm sending, groceries. I'm sending money.
Yeah.
And what do you call it? I'm just taking on that financial burden right in the middle of Christmas. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh. So I've been bleeding money.
Well, that's good. God bless you for that.
And I'm not, and I don't regret any of it at all. It's just like I have to figure out how to not do it anymore.
Right.
I still have my community service project.
Right. You're probably helping, doing it for people you don't even know a lot of it. Yeah. And family members. So that can be a lot. But if God bless you with it, that's great. Yeah. But you just want to, not be.
I want to plug.
Right.
Right there. So that's,
okay.
So does that count as a purge? Is that a purge? Because I feel like
it's something you have on your heart and your chest and your mind, and you want to, so maybe that you got it out and talked about it. Maybe that'll probably give you more balance on how to, go forward from now on. So it's a purge.
Saying no sometimes. So
right.
No one's asked me for anything. It's just
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know how you get down. I know, because you're so happy in your marriage. You have time to think about everything else.
Hush that noise. He's probably gonna choke me out if he find out I'm still. You did what? How much? I don't even know her.
Yeah, but he always get over it. He is so like crazy about you. He just lets you listen. Whatever. And he's always so cool. You just know how to talk him to be like, who is blah 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 blah, and he's like, okay, so it takes a minute, but you always get him where he needs to be.
We try.
Right. So, but either way, y'all, I just want to thank you, Khasha, so much. Like I said, you're my day one. So like I said, this is my very first podcast. I wanted to have someone who knows me very well, knows me best. You're like sisters, and you can kind of get a feel who I am by the company, I keep. And also, like I said, relationships and love, that's just where I'm at in my life. I have my career, my kid is like, basically done and raised with, so right now I really have settled down. I just appreciate the beauty of relationships and just not taking them for granted. So who is the best person for, the both, agendas for this podcast is you, so I just hope women and men are inspired by, how your energy is, how you and your husband been together for so long. You have 4 children, and y'all still going strong and y'all having fun. That's the thing. Y'all having fun. You ain't nagging that fool. You're trying to perfect your head game and everything. You're not trying to stay at square one. Okay.
It's perfected.
All right. So, hopefully if I can find, if I find me a really good guy that's worth it, y'all know that I have great resources to make and be a happy, good wife. So, I got my girl here. So, yeah. So you have any last words, anything for us girls to know what we need to do to get it like you, or what you got for us? What's a pearl of wisdom?
This is my pearl of wisdom.
What's that, hon?
Stop walking around the house looking like Aunt Jemima.
Okay, that's fair. Okay.
When I had my second son, my mom came up to visit, and at that point, I'm a stay-at-home mom at that point, and kept a scarf tied around my head most of the day, wore these big old t-shirts and a pair of drawers all day. That was my tie. Okay. And so when she was leaving on her way back to her house or back to South Carolina, she said to me, "Let me tell you something." She said, "Your husband is in corporate America. And all day he's around women with their makeup on, their hair done, their high heels and their skirts and whatever. And then
this
he
is
comes
mama.
home to this." And I was like, "What you mean? I'm cute." No, ma'am. She's like, "Don't do that." And
your mama got you in check on that.
My mama said that. Mind you, my mama used to walk around in her house coat and her rollers.
Right. Yeah, she said that's a different story. Yeah.
When she said that, I was just like, "You got a good point."
Right.
And never again, not once. I refuse. Okay, maybe if I'm sick, that is it. Otherwise, I do not walk around here with my hair in curlers, and that's even when my hair was loose.
Right.
Or with, just looking busted or whatever. I'm like, yes, you should have a special look when you're going out on the town and stuff like that.
Right,
you can be cute at home,
Yeah, you don't have to wear high heels to the bathroom or anything like that. But yeah.
I was guilty of that for a while. I stopped that though.
Right.
But it was.
Is that for real?
Said I used to go to the mailbox at 4 heels. I think I've done it a time or two.
Yes, you have. You're so
crazy. I don't think I was doing it all the time. So my cousin used to call me Peg Bundy.
That's how it was. Exactly.
I'm like earlier I was saying, I'm camera ready all the time. Because I just refuse to just give the outside all the good stuff, and then I'm looking busted in the house, and he rolling over the who done it and why. No,
right.
You roll over, I'm cute. When I walk around the house, I'm cute. When we walk every day, all day. No. And granted, my hair is locked, so I never have to worry about wearing a bonnet or anything like that. If you got perms and loose hair and stuff like that, you're going to have to do something else. But you can still be cute with it. But walking around looking like Aunt Jemima and just looking tore up from the floor up and not putting yourself together until it's time to walk out the door, that ain't cool.
Right. Yeah.
If he's not worthy of your best, then they aren't outside either, because they don't pay none of your bills.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's an excellent. And I have to have you come back again, because that's excellent. Like, women, we lock them down and then we just turn into like, oh my God. But it's all about being intentional. Everything is work. So being intentional and, having always that boundary and respect for yourself to do it for yourself. Always be sexy for yourself,
I feel cute.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And then a lot of times, well, most of the time, a man, or a wife will respond to you better when you looking decent. Who's gonna respond nicely to you looking like, crap on a stick? That's not hot. That's not sexy. Yeah. So that's a great pearl of wisdom. Basically, always keep it sexy. Always. You don't have to wear the 4-inch heels to the mailbox like she do, but keep it sexy. Keep it fun. Keep it fun. Yeah. Take care of your children. Keep a good home. Be loving and be nurturing. And what else can a man ask for unless he's a real jerk? But at the end of the day, what else can a man ask for? Right. So I just hope that we all can be blessed and to be inspired to have something like you and Brian. What else can you say?
We do what we can.
Right. So either way, check me out next week for another dose of Tish. I appreciate y'all joining me for my first time around. Hopefully, y'all should come back, because why not? What y'all got going on? I mean, what?
It's COVID. I mean, where you going?
As you said before, just tune in and listen to my bullshit, What else you
got nothing else to do. Do like I do. I just put my headphones on and I get some work done.
Yeah, work out.
Go for a walk. Go clean something. Go cook. Go for a drive. Go to work. Do everything.
Yeah. Don't nag your instead of nagging your husband. Listen to my crap, okay? And then y'all can see what I'm gonna get, because I'm gonna get something good. I already know that. Yeah, what?
You feel special.
Yeah, and I'm saying that, and then I'll be like 10 years later doing this, and no man still whatever.
Stupid. No, it ain't gonna be like that. Nope. I believe otherwise.
Because I be knocking them down, so I ain't got that kind of problem. So either way,
you haven't hit 10 yet, so we got room.
Yeah, just one
still
more.
Under 10.
Yeah.
Still under 10.
Right.
We got room.
I mean, to be honest with you, I know for a fact that if I wanted to get to 10, I could. But I don't want to do that, Khasha. Girl, hush. I don't want to get 10. Y'all better.
What's Liz Taylor's record's like 8, right?
Yeah, 7 or 8.
You want to beat Liz Taylor's record?
I could if I wanted to.
Saying.
Listen, these women need husbands out here. They want husbands. I can't be taking all the men.
But you're not keeping them. Afterwards, when you're done with them, you toss them, you go get another one. It's like draw.
That's not true. That's not true. These men be leaving me, honey. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to. I want to share. I just don't want to take all the husbands for myself. This is not fair. You know what I'm saying? I'm just joking. All right, whatever. Girl, bye. That's not true. I've changed. I'm a different type of woman now, for real. So anyway, y'all check me out next week, and y'all have a good one. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, girl.